It's been said, feminism didn't free women from the oppression they thought they were under. It freed men from the oppression they didn't know they were under. Feminism has progressed to the point where, in my opinion, it no longer achieves the gender equality it previously did when, as you are aware, women wanted to vote, own cars, and have jobs. Now they own that. But any movement must either succeed in achieving its objective or fade away as a mere trend. However, the problem with feminism is that it has developed into a toxic form in which it has become a supremacist movement determined to destroy Western civilization. Atomic families are being destroyed by it. Males are delaying marriage. Women are changing to become more manly. And guys are becoming more feminine. As a result, this completely changes the dynamics of a husband and wife in marriage, and often is the ultimate reason of divorce. Family law has advanced to the point where it is very high risk, but a poor return for men, and low risk, but a great reward for women, particularly if they want to leave it. 8 out of 10 divorces are initially started by women rather than men. We all understand that even the thought of divorce equals the end of a relationship. Consequently, if you find yourself in a marital situation, and it doesn't even have to be marriage-related. In many Western nations, if you live together for a long enough time, the state will recognize it as a common law marriage. They will also regard your split as a marriage since, by law, they treat it as a marriage. It then includes child custody arrangements and marital assets that are intended to benefit women. This brings up another problem that males have. Why should I get married when I see so many fathers losing their parental rights? They just end up losing a major chunk of their paycheck, sending money to their ex-wife, and then seeing how severely their relationship with their children deteriorates. For a good reason, such women are referred to as divorce machines. I'm not sure whether there is a solution or a method to get around the fact that men are purposefully and strategically avoiding marriage. As several guys have often asked me, how can you satisfy the biological want to pass on your seed? I've kind of touched on this subject from time to time and discussed some other possibilities as well. By nature, men are designed to scatter their seed while women are designed to basically seek the highest value men with whom they can intertwine and use up their resources. Although there are two distinct dynamics, the status of family law is so dismal that it is just not sane from any point of view for a man to live in a situation that the state considers to be a married arrangement. Why would you put yourself in a position where the state might decide what happens to your assets, monthly income, and parental access? In addition, family law is constructed in a way that disincentives women from acting fairly or in the children's best interests. This is also part of the problem. There's a very thin line between cheating and playing, and we mostly see that line being crossed by women who fail to see that line when it's them crossing it, but highlight that line when it's the guy crossing it. You see, with a woman's true hypergamous nature, you never know if she's already on the hunt for her next man that she can monkey branch off to. In the second video clip, the host asks a guy why he broke up with his ex, and the guy replies and says she was caught doing it with the landlord. So, yeah, that's hypergamy for you. She found the guy who her current partner must have rent to pay, and found that hot enough to jump the social ladder quite literally. Women believe that men ought to possess some kind of superpower that would enable them to read women's minds, live their entire lives in service of their partners, and attend to all of their needs, which include their physical, social, and financial needs. They ought to be everything to their partner all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Girls push guys into relationships and marriage, and then into having kids and settling down. They then have to do their mom's duties for a couple of years, and suddenly they realize they're bored, and that's when they start placing all the blame on men. Women are not what they used to be. We all know it. A typical modern Western woman is someone who feels entitled to a man's lifelong dedication to her, to his wealth, and to his resources. She expects men to roll out the red carpet for her wherever she goes and expects them to live with her like a slave, laboring away their lives for her joy, pleasure, and fulfillment. Modern Western women want equality but don't want it across the board. They just want equality where it suits them. For example, these women want to be CEOs, government leaders, and key decision-makers in large organizations, and feminist groups will advocate for their right to these positions and to receive equal pay because they believe men dominate all spheres of life. However, men don't dominate all spheres of life. There are many fields and professions which are overwhelmingly majority female, such as nurses and primary school teachers. Women have a lot to learn about loyalty, about the hard work that men go through each and every day to make good money and provide for their families. Men are not respected or appreciated by their women, and that slowly adds up, while the women think that's just how men are. But, as time passes by, men realize that they need to change, and that they don't need to put up with any woman who isn't appreciating them. And guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not just saying this just to show women in a bad light. There's actual research that says women have a hard time staying faithful, whether they're in a casual partnership or a marriage. According to an article in the New York Post, the idea that males tend to cheat more often than women because their partners become uninterested in physical intimacy is out of date. According to science, women have a harder time maintaining monogamy because they get bored in bed. While some women conceal their libido, others will be disloyal because they need romantic variety. The new research is correcting false notions that women have lesser libidos, that women are more naturally monogamous, and that it's easier for women to partner for life. The myth that women cheat for emotional reasons while men cheat for physical reasons is also being overturned. Most guys think if they commit to a woman, if they give their time, energy, their money, they take her on trips, they take her shopping, they put a lot of work into that relationship, or in this case the marriage, that she would never leave, that she would always stick by their side. But that's just never the case. You see, it's clear by now that women will always be hypergamous, and they will always monkey branch from one man to the other for new benefits and new excitement, new adventures and new feelings. It's very important for guys to understand that women get bored very easily, and it's only a matter of time before they bump into someone, or they just download Tinder, or go out on a girls' night out with the girls to see if they still received the same royal treatment like they used to when they were single. And of course, the world is full of thirsty men who will go to any length to go out with good-looking women, and even more to go out and get physical with women who seem to be more experienced than them in the bedroom. I guess this is one of the major reasons why more and more men are choosing to go their own way. They see women being disloyal, disgraceful, and cheating on them so many times that they've just had enough of the drama associated with being with a woman. Just imagine your wife, with whom you have children, is bringing another dude to your house to do what you know they do. That will not be easy for anyone, no matter how strong or grounded and emotionally secure they are. Cheating and dishonesty are something that hit a relationship like a plague and never go away. Men have had it with women trying to constantly manipulate them, cheat, and live off of them for their own personal reasons, as well as to fit into society. These men have had multiple experiences with multiple women only to realize the true nature of women. The second reason is that men just don't want to deal with the constant drama, the negativity, and the fact that they're constantly being used. These men give their 100% at their careers and 100% at home, and do everything they possibly can to make women happy by going out of their way, and even putting their lives at risk sometimes. However, when they realize that all they're doing is just something that women take for granted, and that these women do not give their 100% into the relationship, men want to go their own way and live a life of peace instead. Guys, no matter where you are, and no matter what age group you belong to, always know that it's not necessary that once you're married happily, it will stay like that forever. Women need constant validation, which I personally believe is just a cop-out for not being content with who they are at certain points in their lives, and not truly being in control of their own emotions. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.